G'day mate, and welcome back to Captain History with me, Jetty. In our last episode, we spent a little bit of time making sure our trucks and our diggy boys were working on, well, present projects, also future projects, also future long-term projects. We also got some wonderful farms, not just normal farms, not irrigated farms, but greenhouse Mark IIs up and built on our second plateau. The plateau we spent a little bit of time clearing because, well, I want to get the farms moved out of the way and further away from the town. Because today I need to work on a different problem. Today I need to do, well, two very important things. One, I need to find a ton of glass to finally get the Tomb of Captains upgraded. I need it finally to become, well, stage 5, which needs another ton of glass, and that means hopefully we can actually start using it and getting that sweet uni bonus that I wanted in the first place. Mega projects take some time, I did say that. And the second thing I need to get done is, well, I need to do something about medical, because even though I've kept the pollution stats very, very low, it does seem that whenever anybody gets a sniffle around the place, 300 people just take a permanent holiday, and therefore the complaints department has to get hard to work fixing up some of the pile up that lays around the place. So what I need to do today is I get medical, and I'm going to go so far as to not just get medical 1, we're going to skip that entirely, we're going to go straight to medical 2, and I am going to be doing the best I can for my wonderful island. I'm even going to be spending some of my valuable research points on installing bigger and better mufflers and bigger and better filters on all our vehicles and bringing the pollution stats even lower. But I cannot do that until I ask you a very important question. Of course, the very important question being, can I borrow a like? I just like to borrow a like. I like to borrow a like early in the video. If you're not happy with the video, you didn't enjoy the video, well, then you can replace the complaints department, and rather than them dealing with the small pile up after the flu, you can get the shovel out and deal with it instead. All right, let's start off with, of course, well, the tomb. The tomb. Can I click the upgrade button? Can we just accept that that's another 600 construction parts that I'd really like to spend elsewhere gone? Another 2,000 pieces of concrete and another 500 glass. I don't have 500 glass in stock, but we'll get to that in due course. Next thing I want to do is I want to go to research. We're researching right now the Lab Mark IV, which is the last point in this tier of research. I can't unlock the data center until I start making some Electronics 3. We haven't even had time to think about Electronics 3 because I've been busy with other projects. But once that's done, we're going to go research, well, we're going to finish researching trains pollution -2. We've already got 4% bonus to our current minimization of the pollution the trains are going to be putting out. But of course, I'm getting another bonus on top of that because I care about the people. On top of that, we're going to get vehicle pollution, another bonus here. This will bring us up to a total of -12. And then what the hell, we'll throw in some ship pollution as well. All right, so that's going to be our first step. Second thing I need to do is I need to get more glass, as I said. So we're going to come over to our little glass area, and I need to do a few modifications. Obviously, I don't need this anymore. We're not going to be putting in this type of glass smelter. Can I bring you all the way back to there? Can I bring you all the way back to there? Can I remove you and you and you? And therefore, I should be ready to go, I hope. All right, I have mentioned a couple of times now, I've published a whole bunch of blueprints. I did for update 2. Publish a whole bunch of upgradable smelters, but now we're in update 3. I want to use the update 3 ones. Now these are the update 2 ones are available on my Discord server, and they're also available on the Captain History Hub. The update 3 ones, well, they're the ones I've put a lot of time and effort into again, and they're available on Patreon. And what I want to do is I want to put this in right here, but I have a small problem, minor problem, just a itty bitty little problem, that my original smelter, the one on the right, was, well, the early alpha version. So if I put this one down, I actually can't put the next one beside it because it's going to stick out just a little bit too much. So I need to, well, put this down first and then just do a small little shift of all 4 of you need to go 1 tile to the right. Yeah, this is what happens when you get early blueprints. They don't always match up with the later copies. All right, can I remove that guy? Can I have you plug into there? Can I have you plug into there? Can I have you go 1 more tile? And can I have you go 1 less tile? That's all I need to do. All right, also, I'm going to need to obviously get the material out. We're going to be deleting that one. And then can I get a belt from here, please? Out to here, out to here, out to here. Cool. Can I get that belt? Yeah. All right, because you output 24 glass. Your friend here outputs 24 glass. That's 24 plus 24. That is 48, which is great. Except, well, I don't really want to spend money on a bigger and better belt. So we're going to abuse the fact that I can put more materials through a connector than I normally could through a belt, and we're going to shove them through a connector. On top of that, I need to get the new guys plugged in, so we're going to get, actually, I'm going to go for a belt Mark II right off the bat, rather than having to upgrade them afterwards, and I'm going to intentionally plug that one in there. Can I get you plugged in there? Can I get you plugged in there? Can I get a Mark 1 belt to there and a Mark 1 belt to there? Cool. Can I get all of that belt placed? Good luck, trucks. Get it done. Okay. On top of that, I'm going to need to have a few more things. So this normally comes with the extra glass making out the rear. I'm not going to use that this time around. I'm going to, well, get the second guy I have over here running. Because you output 120 of the glass mix, you need 120, well, you need 60 each. So if I already have you doing these two, well, I need you to do these two. Which means I need to have this belt come from here to here. I then need, well, the belt built. I also need this belt to get upgraded because you're going to do 120, 120. That is 240. That's faster than 200 belt. I also need to make a small modification to my limestone belt by ripping that part off. Yes, please. And can I bring you from here down to there instead, which moves you back all of one tile, which is all the space I needed to get this into there. Can I also get the sand to go in there? Can I also get the salt to go in there? Oh, no, salt in hole, please. Thank you. Can I get all three of you built? Can I also pay the uni for one tile right there to be done? Because I'm pretty sure I need to flip this belt. Yep, flip and flip. Cool. All right, that's that done, and we can get you built as well. All right, you need to have 24 acid, that's 48 acid, that's a 60 pipe, that should be fine. I'm going to upgrade it, you'll find out why in a second, because acid, we have this guy over here, he makes 72 acid. 72 acid sounds like an awful lot of acid until you start doing the maths. I need 6 here, which means I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. So if we have, well, 10 of them, needing, so 10 of them needing 6 acid each, that's 60. Plus I need you, which needs another 24, so we have 60 plus 24 plus 24, that's 108. That's a little bit higher than the 72 I had to start with, so I need to redo acid. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our little acidic friend and we're going to pop them over here, and we're going to put together a new acid build right here, right beside our oil refinery, because at the end of the day, well, it's my oil refinery, and I know the way I've designed it is all the acid is prioritized to come out to, yep, thank you, come out this bucket first, because this bucket goes into rubber, which, speaking of rubber, can I get another rubber machine building, because we've been low on rubber for ages, and there we go, it's flu season, we're at -9 health. As you can see, normally, our health is fine, but when flu season comes around, we get a -12 to because of disease. And this is just a moderate flu. They get worse. Now, funnily enough, my vehicle pollution is at -11, and the air pollution from all the factories running is at -12. 14? Yeah, that fluctuates up and down. They both fluctuate up and down, but the vehicles are pretty solid at the -11 because I run the trucky boys pretty hard. So what I need to do is I need to grab sulfur, because that's going to be required for acid. We're going to bring that there. We're going to plug that into, there, and then we're going to plug that into there. I know, I don't freaking care if you block the ports. All right, next thing I want to do is I want to get a little bucket, just a tiny bucket, nothing too extreme, to store a little bit of acid in. Can I get a pipe Mark II? Can I plug you two together? Can I go from here to here? Thank you. And then I need to get water. Water, we are lucky because we have water right here. The problem is this water here is right here is dead, because we take all the water, we bring it over this way first, and then we put it through this balancer. Once it goes through this balancer, it goes into the oil refinery as fast as I can shove it in the oil refinery. After it's been through the oil refinery, if the oil refinery didn't need to use the water to make its own steam, we bring that water straight back out of the oil refinery. It comes over here and it goes into these boilers, which then make steam to run the oil refinery. After it's flowed through the oil refinery, it flows back out of the oil refinery, and then it heads over here to make power. If I don't need it to make power, which 98% of the time I don't need it to make power, because we now have a nuclear power plant, it backs up, therefore I don't use the water. If I have used the water to make the steam to make the power, we take the reclaimed water, we bring it back here, and we plug it back to this balancer, which then shoves it back in the refinery. And once it gets into the refinery, we have this extra pipe. This extra pipe is the leftover water. All the water, after we've used all the water, we've drained all the water, whatever water's left over comes out and passes out into our wonderful pipe here that goes up to our farms. So what I want to do is I want to put a small trim in this pipe right about here, I think. And can I make sure that goes away with uni? Can I get a fluid? Can I get a fluid balancer? That didn't go away with uni. can we go away with uni? Thank you. Can I put a pipe balancer right here, please? Can I have a priority out of the left? Can I get you built? And can I get 200 pipe? And can I bring this up and over the top? And can I bring this over to here and over to here and over to here? That looks like a pipe 3. No, it's pipe 2. Cool. Can I have you two have a connector and then come out and go up to here? Cool. With that done, you actually are going to be in pipe, correct? And can I get this built, this built, this built, all of this built, and we should be good to go. Cool. I need to have all that stuff built as soon as possible, trucks. In fact, no, we'll give them half a second. Maybe they get it done before I get back to them. All right, then I need to bring my acid. We're going to bring the acid up to height number 5 so I can get as many trucks under as possible. This area is off limits already to Mega Diggy Boys, so it doesn't matter too much if they can't get in here, and that's our research done. So now we're on to train pollution. Nice. Can I get this pipe to come through to here? And then I'm going to drop it in that hole. Cool. With that done, that'll get our acid through to here, at which point I can start flipping all the pipes to make sure they go backward. Assuming I have acid to start with. So can I get you built, and you built, and therefore I should get sulfur coming this way. We're only going to use 24 of it here, which is not that much. And you guys should have water. You have water. Yep. So we just need to have the sulfur arrive. That'll start making our acid. You'll start making acid as well. That'll give us 144 acid, which is plenty to fill up our pipe and start running this way. With that done, we're going to come to here. We're going to grab this pipe. We're going to flip it. We're going to go to here, flip this one, flip that one, flip that one, flip that one, and then we're going to flip that one as well, just on principle. With that done, I don't need this guy. I don't need this guy. I don't need this, or this tank. We're going to empty the tank. We'll throw it in the other tank. It can then flow back this way. And at the same time, I can remove this pipe that was transporting water across. We're going to need water in the future for more smelting. It's fine. We'll find uses for it. But that should clear up this little area and should make sure that I have more than enough acid to make more than enough glass mix to make more than enough glass that I can actually be positive on glass finally. Yeah, 1.5k already. Cool. So that's that project done. All right. Next project I need to talk about is, well, the digging and dumping. We still have the iron tower. The iron tower is over here clearing out this little mountain. I'm going to give them the option to remove everything down to the front of the docks, and then I shall be happy. We also need to have this little area filled in with rock still. We're getting there bit by bit, and the slag guys are coming along and filling in the back area with slag. Well, as soon as they have enough slag to do so. The sand team is digging out, obviously, sand, and they're having a very good time. What is that? That's a balance that I need to do something with. Cool. We'll get around to doing something with that. All right, over here we have the copper team. Copper team is still working their way through copper reasonably quickly, not super fast. And I think I need to flatten that out. Nope. That's a 3. Oh, okay. I'm digging down and then digging across. Okay, can I do that? No, you won't let me? Now you let me. Cool. I can't dig that into there, and I can't change the rest because they're all beside one another. Fine, we'll get what we can done. All right, so we have these guys. We have, well, actually, how many do we have? We have 12 of you. Yeah, 12 of you is not too bad. We have a whole bunch of these guys. They are obviously clearing out the copper bit by bit. I do need to think about a future copper mine, but we haven't got there yet. All right, next team we need to talk about is the clearing crew. The clearing crew is now at the point where they're taking off the top layer of rock all the way through to and including this mountain, so we can fill it up with dirt, so I can have more lovely dirt areas to put down more lovely things. All right, continue on to our next group. Our next group is the Special Ops team. They have made it all the way through to the other side of the pass, at which point we're going to have them now back dig all of this, so it's been cleaned up nicely. I guarantee you somebody's going to get stuck. Do I want them to do that? Somebody gets stuck, we just reclaim them and they can drive all the way back. All right, they are here, they're clearing a path through here so we can get all this area filled. So we can, we'll get to future projects. Yep, they're a little while away from their next big goal. All right, finally we have the fart team. Fast action response team. Yes, they are digging their way up this mountain still. They've got a little way to go. They're only little diggies, so they're going to take a little while to get there. So that brings us up to date on the digging crews. Next thing we need to do is, well, I need to go through and I need to get medical. Now, medical requires a few things. First thing it's going to require is space. As I don't need these farms anymore, because the new farms are doing a way better job, we're going to start removing farms, like all of them. Yep, I don't need any of these farms anymore. They're all gone. You're gone, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone, gone, and gone. Okay, on top of that, I don't need any of these little connectors for the little farms. So we're going to get rid of those as well. Can I please get somewhere for my mouse to sit? Can I get rid of that? Yep. Can I also get rid of those ones on the south side? Yep. That'll keep the trucks busy for about 5 or 10 minutes. Okay. Next thing I need to do is I need to talk through medical. Now, I am going to be good. I'm going to skip medical 1. We're going to go straight to medical 2. All sorting plant, is it? Oh, that's the sand one. Yeah, that's sort of expected. We're going to back up sand one. It's fine. All right. So medical. If we look up medical supplies. So medical supplies is what I actually need. We need to make, sharp things, which is medical equipment. That requires some steel and some plastic. That's pretty easy. We should have some of that laying around. And then we also need to have disinfectant. Disinfectant comes from ethanol and plastic. Plastic we have, ethanol is a whole different story. Ethanol comes from, sugar mixed with oxygen mixed with, gives us ethanol and some CO2. CO2, don't forget, we can turn into graphite. Graphite we can then turn into, we could then use in our arc furnaces. So having some CO2 is not too bad, but having sugar or corn mash is very bad because I really don't have either of those. To get corn mash, I need to have some corn, which means I need to plant some corn. Also need to mix it with some water, and that'll give me some corn mash and some animal feed. So I now have a byproduct I need to get rid of. And if we go for sugarcane instead, I need to take sugar, mix it with some water, or sugar cane, mix it with some water, and that'll give me some sugar and some biomass, which is a different byproduct I need to deal with. Speaking of byproducts I need to deal with, we have a second one of these now up and running to convert more biomass into more biomass into more compost into more dirt and into more fertilizer. Also, I've just realized that if I've deleted all those farms, I really need to do something about our fertilizer pipe. Yeah, because that's going to back way the hell out really soon. So can I come to here? You're a pipe mark 2. Excellent. You are a pipe. You're a 3. You're a 2. Okay. Can I get you upgraded? Can I also come to here? Can I get you upgraded? Can I start deleting this stuff? Can we don't need these pipes anymore. And can I get you deleted as well? Is that everybody? That looks like everybody. Can I get this lot deleted as well? We're not going to need this anymore because we're not putting farmland here. We're going to reserve this for other construction jobs. Can I get rid of that? Can I get rid of that? And that's good. All right, can I go to this one? Can I do the same? Okay. Oh, it's not too hard to remove. Okay, can we get rid of that and that? I'd love to do this with uni, but I just don't have any uni because the tumor captain's taking forever. Can I get rid of that? Can I get rid of that? And can I get rid of that? Can I get rid of that? And that should bring us through to here. Okay, so pipes. I need you to upgrade so you're a pipe 3. I need you to upgrade so you're a pipe 3. I need you to upgrade so you're a pipe 3. Can you also upgrade so you're a pipe 3? You can upgrade pipe 3. You can upgrade pipe 3. You can upgrade to pipe 3. These are all very expensive, but that brings my fertilizer here. That already happens to be a pipe 3, which is nice. And that means I can take my fertilizer from here in a pipe 3 and plug this into the farms. Now, our new farms are running on a new system, and that is all the water is on the right, and all the fertilizer is on the left. So can I bring that over there, and plug that in the top pipe? Do you guys have a priority on the fertilizer? I think you do. From memory, it's the top pipe. Priority, no, that's water. That one. You are priority in for the top, for the back pipe, which happens to be the top pipe, so that's going to be perfect. Can I get you built as well? Right, with that happening, can I also grab my fertilizer pipe from height number 4, lock that in place from there, and can I bring that under the water pipe all the way across to here, and then can I plug, oops, that's at the ground level. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Lock in place with the R button. Thank you. Can I bring that through to here, and then through to here, and then over to here? And then we can drop that into there. Cool. We can also get that built. That'll bring fertilizer over here. That means I can start using the fertilizer in these farms, which means we're going to set this to, I don't know, 120%. Sounds good. And I'm going to copy those settings and we're going to paste it to all your friends. Yes, they already have a problem that they can't output most of the food to start with because the old farms were blocking it off the belts. Speaking of belts, can I get these guys moved? Because I want to have lots of free space for lots of free activities. Can we? Well, they're not going to be free. I'm going to charge everybody arm and leg to come to the activities, but that's besides the point. I am not trying to profit off the people. Okay, can we come to here? Can I come to this corner? Right, and then can we come down to this point? After we go here, can I put the flat belt full of veggies on the top? And that's slightly unfortunate because over at this corner, the potatoes are on top. And then at the other corner, the potatoes are at the bottom. It's fine. As for the vehicles that can't refuel, they're at the far end of the map. And that's why they can't refuel. There's nothing I can really do about it. I don't have any fuel stations anywhere near them. They just need to wait for a fuel truck to come out and visit them and bring them a tank of leaded gas. Because, of course, I run leaded gas on this island. That's why people keep dying from the flu. All right, potatoes after harvest, we know. Fluid storage has a high supply of water. That's fine, because I had to modify this again. Tell me if you're empty now. Let's go with empty now. I don't know. Oh, actually. No, I can't do that. No, I can't do that. I was thinking maybe I could use that as a fix. All right. Could I store potatoes? Yeah, we don't care. Dump truck can't get to a destination. Yep. Okay, cool. You guys have had the wall fall down, so you need to have a recovery. You need to have a professional recovery as well, and you need to have a professional recovery 3. Cool. That's why they couldn't refuel. And you are digging, and I'm just going to leave you to it, Matt. You're doing a great job halfway up the mountain. Shit you got down. You are stuck. That's why you can't refuel. No, you just got fuel. Maybe we're okay. Maybe we're okay. Okay. Why the truck didn't refuel somebody else at the same time, I don't know. But with that out of the way, we're going to name a couple of wonderful YouTube members that continue to support the channel. First off, can I thank Ian Layton for being a wonderful YouTube member, choose to support the channel, making sure that I can keep doing this, and I don't have to worry nearly as much about the next apocalypse, because there's always another one right around the corner. This fuel station, can I have your fuel truck? Your fuel truck is also out there doing the good job of keeping the Diggy Boys nice and topped up with fuel. Can I also thank the Watcher? The Watcher, who is obviously spending most of his time watching people fill up with fuel rather than actually filling people up with fuel. Yeah, this is why we keep running out of fuel. And that's the Watcher. Can I have you? No, that was the Watcher. Okay, can I have the other guy? You, which is, an interesting name for sure. Can I also thank last wonderful YouTube member who is obviously enjoying early access to the videos and supporting the channel. Can I thank, I'm not sure if this is iBoss or One Boss. Either way, you have to realize that I am the captain, which means I'm above the level of boss. Just make sure you know that. All right. Can I thank all 3 of them for being wonderful YouTube members? And with our new belts in, can I rip up the old belts? There is going to be a small problem with this, that there is 280 potatoes and 172 veggies on that belt. That's going to take a little while for them to pick up. Oh, even worse. Actually, we might just let these drain out. That's not draining. Oh, it is draining. It's draining from all the way up there. Wow. Okay, there's another 200 potatoes. Okay, I'm too impatient. Can I get all of that removed? All right. So, I have all this removed. I also need to, as I said, I need to work on medical. Now, to work on medical, I need some free space. I also need to, if we go back to the codex, plant either sugarcane or plant corn. On top of that, after we get through the process of getting ethanol to make disinfectant, to then combine the disinfectant, being the ouchie thing, whenever you rub it on something, it goes ouchie, to combine them with the sharp things, you get medical supplies. Now, medical supplies are all well and good, but I want to get medical supplies too. I want to get medical supplies too for a couple of reasons. One of them is they're better than medical supplies, number 1. 2 is, if we go into the research, I actually need to get medical supplies too to send people off to space. Obviously, we are going to be sending people off to space here. We're sending a lot of people off to space, but they need to have food packs, which is going to require some sort of food. They're also going to require medical supplies 3, and then we need to wrap them up in a plastic box before we launch them off to space. So I should definitely plan on getting medical supplies number 2. Medical supplies number 2 requires antibiotics. Antibiotics come from sugar, so obviously I shouldn't be planting corn, and also some ammonia. We get ammonia from sour water currently, but there are a couple of different ways you can actually make ammonia with some hydrogen and some nitrogen. Yes, I know, but nitrogen finally found itself a use inside the game, and that is to make ammonia, which we normally use to make fertilizer. But what I want to do is I want to put down a small blueprint to do food for me. Also does medical for me. And to do that, I need to clear a few trees and hopefully, harvest tool. Hopefully they're out here clearing them right now because I've had to upgrade a couple of boxes to some slightly larger boxes so we can get rid of all the, excess food. Can you guys go empty rather than just sitting there like idiots? I guess not. You're doing a horrible job. You're jam-packed. Okay. All right. Oh, actually. Oh, it's working. It's working. It's almost done. It's almost done. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Go with the scaffolding. I have no idea who's climbing on the top of that building to put up that scaffolding, but it's not me. Oh, that seems like a problem. Why are we out of maintenance? We're out of maintenance because I don't have any of those. Why don't I have any of those? Because I don't have any of those. Why don't I have any of those? Because output is full. Waiting for products. You're waiting for acid. What did I miss? Acid. That pipe. There's always one pipe. Okay. In that case, can I power up another smelter? Uh-huh. Cool. Yep, because we've been borderline on copper for a while, and if I'm that far behind, it's going to take a minute or two to catch up. Or 3 or 4. Can I get, where am I outputting? How much are you going to use? You can use 50, you're going to use 100. You're going to use 150, and then 200. Okay. Can I get you built as well? Yeah. You need 24, you need 24. That's fine. We can do that on that belt. Yeah. Can I get another smelter built, preferably sooner rather than later? Yeah, I'm not at all worried. Okay, so Tomb of Captains is now done. Nice. It still has scaffolding all over it because it turns out there's a whole other stage that I still need to click on, which is another 600 construction bars, another 1,000 concrete, along with another 1,000 glass. We now have some glass, that's nice, and also gold. Hang on, we're not tracking gold. Can we? Nope. Can I go with, can I type in gold? Gold! We should definitely pin that on the side. Yes. Can I? Oh, we got 5,000. That's nice. Yeah, we got 5,000 because the box is full. Can I? Oh. You're facing that way. Oh. I need you face this way. Okay, we're putting a new box in. Can I put in a connector right there? Oh, no. Connector, please. Actually, I can just put in a physical connector. Flat belt connector. There. Cool. Can I get that box built? And yes. Can I turn off that alarm? And we're gonna keep the alarm on there. Cool. All right, don't have maintenance 1. I'm glad you told me about that. That's very handy. All right, so that'll get us more gold, which means I feel a little bit less bad about clicking this button, but it's gonna be very, very expensive. As for our products, we need to get fuel gas. Fuel gas I happen to have right here. So we're going to splice off the fuel gas pipe, just a little bit of fuel gas. Can I have you go here? That should work for me. Can I close that? Can we go from here to here to over the top? Then we can go under that pipe, yes, and lock you in place. Can I come to here? Can I come around the back? Because that's where you always shove things, in the back hole. And you go right there. Cool. That plugs the gas in the back hole. That's where the gas belongs, in the back hole. And we can plug that back in there. Cool. Can I get that done? All right. On top of that, I also need to get you flowers. Flowers come from the DLC pack, along with the Tomb of Captains itself. We're going to plant up some flowers, and you might notice this gives me 1.2 per 60. The flowers are incredibly bad, and I need to have 2.3. But this is because I don't have any crop rotation on here, and as you can see, the fertility has gone all the way down to there, which would be bad. So I'm going to put in a green manure. That'll take us up to 3.4 per cycle, and I'm going to copy those settings to that guy. And then all I need to do is get a little flat belt, and we're going to bring out our flowers from here to, well, right to there. And then I'm going to grab our other set of flowers from here and here. And can I get that done? And I can get that done. All right, that should give us some flowers. The flowers are going to take how long? 2.2 months. So in 2.2 months, I should start getting a uni bonus. If we go look in here, currently I have other decorations, 0.24. 0.24 because we got some fire, we got some flames, that's very nice. When the flowers come out, we should get another bonus on top of that. It should take us up to about 0.5, I believe it is. But we'll have to see. Is it right click? Right click. Yeah, right click on you. Right click on you. Oh, you're moving in gold. You're very important. All right, so maintenance, is it... Do we have electronics? We do have electronics. Electronics are coming out. Electronics are going this way. They're going into the maintenance buildings. We need 1.3. I can produce 1.5 with 3 of you. And you're all getting material fast enough, are you? You are, and you are. Okay, so we should catch back up on maintenance fairly quickly. All right, there's nothing I can do. I can't do... I can do, maybe. I really don't have the uni. I really don't have the uni. Okay. Can I... Machine broken. Yeah, that's for gold. It's... look, I have some spare uni at the moment. We're just going to crank you up to the max speed. Okay. So, you have no fuel again. I don't have a fuel station. I do have a fuel station. Can I start out a truck here, please? That'd be great. And if I click on you and I go back to your mining tower, you don't have any way assigned to give you fuel, which is probably fine considering where you are on the map. All right. So can I clear off these trees? We're almost done. All right. What I want to do is I want to set up medical. I want to set up food. I want to set up farming, and we need to place all that down. And to do that, what I want to do is I want to look at blueprints. So previously, like I said, I've published many blueprints. A long time ago, I published Jay's food processor. I'll link the video up top right hand corner. Also, you'll find it down in the description, maybe even the pink comment below. But this was a giant food build I put together. And lots of people have asked me, you know, how big are these builds and blah, 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 blah. And the only thing I can tell you is massive. Because it does every single different type of food you can think of. And it feeds everything in on a sushi belt, splits it out, sorts out all the different food types. And then after it's done that, it then gives you the different food types that you need and the output boxes. And any excess waste, it also disposes of. But this was for Update 2. The Update 2 blueprints are, as I said earlier in the video, they're available on the Capital Industry Hub. They're also available on my Discord. But now we have Update 3. Update 3 means I've gone through and I've completely rebuilt it. Well, rebuilt large chunks of it because I can make it even more efficient. We're going to start with medical because that's the thing that I want. And I want to put that, over here. Yep, I want this at the far left-hand side, and I actually have no idea where I need to put this, so we're just going to jam that right there and hope for the best. All right, medical. After medical, or prior to medical, I need to have the waste processing. So we're going to... You plug in like that, do you? No, that doesn't feel right. That feels right. Cool. Can I plug that into that? It's just a matter of lining up all the reds with the greens and clicking, and then that becomes one giant blueprint. But we're going to keep going because I also need to have chickens. Chickens give us meat. They also give us sausages, and I can already see I need to move everything to the south. So can I put you here? Can I pick up all of that? And can I plug that in? Hang on, that's green and that's green. Okay. Can I put the chickens around the right way? Cool. Can I put the chickens here? That looks correct. Okay. Because I like chickens, because I know we're going to be building for the end game, I'm going to put in 2 chickens because 2 chickens are better than 1 chicken, and I need to attach the greens to the reds, and voila, done. All right, so that's our chickens. After chickens, prior to chickens, I need to have meat, sausages, and eggs, and that needs to go, well, I can already tell you it needs to go on this black line, and I need the tree choppers to dig out these trees. Come on, I need another row gone. All the way across, please. Actually, probably just those ones. Cool. Can I get meat, sausages, and egg? Can I put you, okay, flipped, and I need to put you basically where that box is. So can I put you here for the moment? Can I pick up everything we've replaced? Yep. Watch all the frames disappear. I'm going to pause the game whilst I hold this in my hand just for the extra little bit of processing power that'll give me to line that up there. Cool. All right, no place to dump products. I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? You. What are you talking about? You have rock and dirt. Why can it not go in there? huh? You also have rock and dirt. Pause. 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 Unpause. Unpause. Yeah, you can go right in there. Oh, probably because there's too many of you trying to dump at the same time. That could be it. Yeah, it's fine. They'll work it out. All right, you guys are back to digging. Excellent. Okay, so can we go... Truck has no compatible sorting plant. I clicked on it, and... Oh, this guy. Yeah, he's again from that crew. So we just had too many of them pile up at the same time. All right, broken machines, we will get them fixed bit by bit as maintenance catches back up. I sort of expect it would have catched up by now. No, we're trying to refill buffers. Okay, can I get you, and you, by pressing the U button, are all uni boosted? Wow, that's bad. Oh, that's very bad. Okay, you should be a priority 1. Copy to all your friends. You should also be a priority 1. This is the priority for maintenance, among other things. So this is super important. You should be a priority 1. Yep, and can I copy that to all your friends as well? Cool. What else? You should also be a priority 1 because you're for power. You guys don't need anything. Can I right click on you? No. This one. Right click, and that's the only thing that's broken. No, this is broken. Can I right click on this, and right click on this, and right click on this? Okay. That should solve those immediate problems. Bring power back to where it should be, and get these things repaired and their maintenance buffers filled up as soon as possible. Because they're now priority 1, they're going to make sure that they get the lion's share of maintenance to, well, refill their stockpiles. Yes. Okay. So can I come back to these guys? So these guys are now uni boosted, and yes, the belts are full of electronics, and that means we should hopefully catch up reasonably soon because we only needed like 1.5k. Well, now we're doing like 3k. So yeah. All right. Can we go to clearing crew? Clearing crew has no place to dump products. It's just rock. It's just rock. Oh god, they're all full. Okay. Yeah, the trucks are a little bit overworked. All right. Back to this then. Okay. So we have a broken pipe, a broken thing in there, and that's because they doubled it up. Can I remove you? Can I remove you? Yes. The blueprint is giant and has a lot of scaffolding in it. Trust me, it's really annoying. I'm really hoping the devs can give us an option to remove extra supports if we don't need them. All right, can I put you here? So you are the next one to plug in. This is bread from memory because I didn't actually look at it. And yep, that pipe's meant to disconnect there. Cool. So with bread and cake done, then we need to get the important things like the stackaroos. Cannot live without stackaroos. And can you get flipped 8 different times? And can you plug in here? Cool. Can I have you recovered, please? Because of course you decided to park yourself in the middle of the thing. And can I still cut all of this? Yes, just. Okay, so I have 2 tiles at the back. Okay, if I only have 2 tiles at the back, I'm very happy with my placement. Can I get another row of trees chopped back, please? Just so we have a little bit more room to think and do things, and that should do us. All right, after that, can I get booze and corn? Because at the end of the day, after the kids go to bed, well, you can eat the corn if you want to, but let's be honest, you really want to get into the booze. The last thing I need to have is the tofu and the cooking oil. So you're going to go in right here, and if I've done everything correctly, there's a damn tree in the way. You're public enemy number 1. Okay. Can I... Actually, I can. So can we cancel all that? Can I cancel all of that? Can I cancel that and that? And that means this becomes tree enemy number 1. Yep, look, there's a tree harvester on the way. And then, can I bring this back up? And I've decided we're going to cut everything down here. Cool. All right, so that's our whole food build. That all needs to be built. But I'm going to have a small problem. The small problem is the part that I can select is 9,000 construction parts. Yeah, the part that I can't select is another 3,000 construction parts. It's not cheap. And I need to have it all built in stages. So we're going to start off, with the first belt and the first connection. I'm going to go from there. So I want to have this water tank. This water tank is going to be very, very important. I need to have water flowing. I need to have water flowing through the whole build. That's the wrong water pipe. I want to get this water pipe. Okay, I need to have the water flowing. So we're going to unpause the water pipe all the way through. So hopefully trucks will get here and start building bits and pieces. Okay, get that done, that done, that done, that done, that done. And that comes into this mess, which we can leave for later. All right, that's step number 1. And also I'm going to need to have, now I've already got that little balancer done, I also need to actually have water. So we're going to grab a water pipe, and I'm going to come to over here, which is the pipe going to the right is the main water pipe we have to feed the farms. It is a pipe Mark 3. It probably could end up being a pipe Mark 4 because this is all the water we've siphoned off the whole map. So can I have a little gap in there, please? Can I remove that? Can I get a fluid? Can I get a pipe balancer? And can we put that right there? Cool. Can I get that built? I want you to be the priority to go that way. But if you've got any excess water, I'll have it come this way and feed it into this tank. I'll get that part built. Okay, so that's my water tank. The very first food group we have right here is tofu. I could get tofu done first, but realistically, I really need to have, well, potatoes and veggies done first. They're really the 2 important ones. Can I get you? Can I flip you? Yes. No. It goes here. Actually, it's just easy to put this over here and then grab this box, and this box goes right here. It's a very important box because that happens to be the box for veggies. Cool. So you are the veggie box, which means you are one of the first boxes I need to have built. So I need to have these belts done. Also need to have, oh, no, I want to have just 1 lane of the flat belts done, please, where we can bring in both types of food on the flat belt, that being, well, veggies and fruit. They're the only things that go on the flat belts, and well, this automatically sorts it into the different types, and then shoves it onto, we're going to come out here, we're going to shove through here where we're going to take the food, we're going to shove it into storage first, and if it can't go in storage, it gets dumped back out onto, actually, yes, dumped back out onto the belt, and, well, disappears into, well, no man's land. Why is there pink flowers right there? Okay, whatever. Disappears into no man's land. No man's land is all the way at the end. We're going to worry about that later. But right at the moment, do I want to get this? I probably don't want to get that done. Yeah, I probably also don't want to get that done. I need to cut them back a little bit. All right, so I want to get that part done. Also going to need that box. And we're going to say I'm down to 400 construction parts. We haven't even started really building things. All right, on top of that, I need to get, well, the other half being our potatoes. So taters need to come in. Tater output box is, yeah. So I need to have taters, which is going to be this one. Oh, there's maybe a box here. You are snacks, are you? You are. Let me guess, another tree in the way? Yeah, another tree in the way. Okay, can I cut all of that back? Can I cut all of that back? All of that back? That back? And can you chop out these trees for me? Because they're annoying. Okay, hopefully they get these ones first. Okay, so close, but yet so far. Come on, 1 more tree. Excellent, cool. Can I have that get cut? All right, and this was beside fruit. Okay, so that means fruit cake. I didn't have bread cake. Probably gonna be it. Can I flip you? You go there. It is. Okay, no, it's 1 to the left of that. So it's not the bread one, it's the snackaroos. So it's gonna be the snack box. Yep, already said that. Can I grab the snack box? And can I put the snack box back where it belongs, right there? Cool. All right, can I get rid of that ghost and that ghost? Cool. All right, so you're filling up with water slowly. That's fine. I need to have you have a decent amount of water in before we start. All right. Potatoes. I need to have a belt in this giant balancer. This is just an 8 to 8 balancer. It just takes in everything and throws it every different which way. And realistically, at the end of the day, I want to move things. I want to move things to this guy. Okay, so can I go with in here, up to there, across to there, through that balancer, and then out to the outside belt. Cool. And then I need to get the first filter done. And then I need to get the second filter done. And like I said, this is the exact same as it is with the flat belts below. These just filter out different items. Eventually we're going to get to, no, that's corn. Eventually we're going to get to taters. And we'll see this filter just filters out taters. That's all it does. And then, well, we take the taters that we need and we put them into, well, actually snackaroos. That's where they go. I can get that done, that done, that done, that done, that one done. Both of those, no. Taters. It's this belt. Okay, nope, that has the right belt being done. Okay, can I get these two done as well? We can build this one afterwards, although are you prioritized? You prioritize out that way and that way. Okay, so we're going to split the taters in two, and we get taters into, nope, I don't want that button, I want that button, in the tater box. Okay, so that's the first two things I want to have done. So can we come to our lovely belts? Can I grab the veggies? And do I want to go which tile? Probably this tile. Can I come... Okay, beside water, we're going to go taters first. We're going to bring them up to height 5 and just run them here. And then I want to try and keep these pillars lined up if possible, because if I get trucks through here, it's going to be helpful. That's height 4. Can we try again? I want height 5, please. Okay, can we come from here? Thank you. Height 5. Thank you. Okay, extra supports. Not really what I wanted. Okay, there. That one. Can I just drag? No, you won't let me drag at all. Okay, helpful. Thank you. Can we get that one, and that. Stop here, and here, and then can I duck through under that pipe? No, that's also at height 5. Okay, can I come to here? Can we just split off the end of this pipe, drop it down on the ground, and get the hell out of my way? Cool. You didn't have any prayers on you? You did. Cool, good to know. All right, and can I move our tater belt through to here at 5, and then I don't know if I can hit that angle. No. Okay, I can come down to so close, but yeah, so far. Okay. Can I leave you here? And now I'm curious. If I came out from here and went straight to height 5, that would have connected. Right. Can I delete 2 tiles here? And can we take our tater belt and rub our tater belt into that belt there, and we should be good to go. All right, so I can get taters hooked up at least. We're going to do a 50-50 split for right now. I'm going to do the same with veggies and get the veggies hooked up. And then we're going to have to come back in the next episode, because this is a build that we're not going to be able to put together in a hurry, both because of the sheer amount of construction parts, 2, because, well, I need to have more farms. The current farms I have is good, but we're going to need a lot more farms to fully power this up. Once it's fully powered, it should give us a bunch of uni, which is going to be very, very nice. And hopefully the super captains will be finished and also give us a bunch of uni. And therefore, hopefully, I shall be a captain who has a whole lot of uni and not a whole lot of sick people, because, well, the flu season is back again. And this time it's worse than last season. And as we can see from the numbers at the top, people are not doing well with the current season of flu. Yep, we're at minus 15, which is flu very severe. And I have 200 people that need to come back to the island. So we're going to end the episode here with me applying a health boost. Health boost mark 2, it turns out. And watching all my uni slowly disappear, same as my people. Yep, but at least we have, maintenance is now fixed. We also have more glass. We also need to unboost these guys because they really like uni. And we now also have a team of captains that's now fully done, which is now providing me the grand bonus of other decorations 0.5. I get 0.5 uni every month for giving this 4.5 flowers. You are producing me, water. I might need to find more water. You are producing me 3.4. You're also doing 3.4, and the fuel gas is all of 3.8, which is nothing. So we should be good, and we should have this running and give us uni going forth. But with all that said and done, I'm going to leave this video here. If you're interested in the blueprints, they are available on Patreon. We're going to be covering their food blueprint in a lot more detail in upcoming episodes, because like I said, I need to get it done, and it's sort of a little bit expensive, but that's all right. We produce construction parts en masse, and I have a little bit of time to get them built. Anyway, with all that said and done, like I said, thank you for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you in the very next video. Bye.